You know, it's really one of those things that it's such a diverse profession that you can work at anything. And people say, well, you know, I really want to be in entertainment. Well, that's fine, but you're probably not going to get the HGTV job or the ESPN job or the NFL job right away. But what I tell them is, you realize that how many vendors work with all of us? We have production companies that do our production. We have all of our companies that provide us swag, all of our stuff that we give out all the time. We have people that work with the talent. We have food concessions. I mean, there are so many people that work with the entertainment industry, and that's where you have to start. You find one of those fringe companies that works in the industry you want, that services them, do PR for them, and guess what? You're going to be sitting in the room with the people that are doing the PR for the company you want to work for. And you'll get to know them. They'll get to know you. So there's any number of ways you can get into the business and get started. And it isn't always going to be where you think you want to end up. And as we were talking about at dinner, sometimes when you end up where you thought you wanted to be, it's not a good match. But you can change. Once you have the basic skill sets in this business, you can go from talking about disposing of chemical weapons to design star. And it's still the same work, it's still the same premise, it's just different subject material. So you become a new subject matter expert. But that's really what it's about. But PRSA and PRSA, to me, provided that bridge that I could get to the people I needed to get access. I have called up people all over the country. Another story, we had a very good friend who, being in Tennessee, we have a lot of country western stars and wannabe stars. We have some friends who've invested in a country western singer, and he's actually really, really good and really talented. While he was going to be an opening act, he found out like a week ahead of time, an opening act for a major concert in Phoenix. And he had his CDs and he had his promotion materials, but being the opening act, he couldn't sell any of them. And he didn't have time or anybody to do it. So they called me up, and Teresa goes, I know you know somebody in every town in the country. Can you find somebody who can help him sell his CDs, and we'll get him comp tickets to the concert? And I said, you get me a pair of tickets, I'll get you somebody to sell his CDs. So I went out to the Phoenix chapter and literally just sent an email to the chapter president and said, here's what I need. Who do you know? Is there a student that wants to go to the concert? Somebody that's a big country western fan? Well, I got hooked up with Abby Fink, who is an amazing agency in Phoenix, who I should have met probably before now. Her daughter loves country music, said she'll go to it. So she was there, helped him sell the CDs, went to the concert. I then said to Abby Fink, I owe you. She went to the Counselors Academy. She's in her agency. They have a Counselors Academy in PRSA. They have their conference in Nashville. It's an hour and a half away. So I showed up, surprised her, and bought her drinks. But that's the kind of business. It's a relationship building business. It's a give and a take. And you have to build equity. And I'm going to tell you, if you've not read the book by Keith Ferrazzi, Never Eat Alone, it's one of the best things you can read about how to build a network and how to actually do it the right way, where you build a relationship with equity by giving before you get. It's not about exchanging, business cards and knowing.